Be honest, is it too slutty? Oh my god! It is literally impossible to be a woman. You're supposed to stay pretty for men, but not so pretty that you tempt them too much, but always stand out and always be grateful. And remember, everything's your fault. Hey Jem, it's Jade, and that was a monologue from the Barbie movie because that whole movie makes me think a lot about this whole male versus female gaze discussion, especially after the recent Golden Globes where the host took this film that's about the patriarchy and female empowerment and objectification and simplified it to being about, oh yeah, plastic doll have big boob. Big boob, plastic doll. Tough crowd. If that's not the male gaze, I really don't know what is. But I was inspired to make this after watching a couple of Coco Chinelo's videos. I just find this whole thing super fascinating, especially because I've been in both queer and straight spaces and have had a lot of different interactions and experiences with people of varying gender expressions, I guess in part depending on what I was wearing at the time. I'm going to be trying on different outfits that I've worn in the past and recounting my experiences with them, and also just like discussing why it might fall into like one or more of those boxes. I'll get into all of that like now. I actually wore this outfit to the Barbie premiere. Well, not exactly. I was wearing a different top, but like, I don't feel like doing all that right now. Guys, I'm shy. I'm shy. I feel like this pretty clearly appeals to the male gaze. You know, it's a tight skirt, it's a crop top. And as expected, we got catcalled a lot while we were walking to the movie theater, which is a very uncomfortable experience, especially in the streets of New York, where I was at the time. Here you are walking down the street with your only objective to be hot with your friends and see the Barbie movie in peace. Meanwhile, someone's catcalling you from across the street. Cat call me again, I'ma start growling like a demon. I'ma do it. Like, just because an outfit might appeal to the male gaze, that's not an invitation for you to be weird. Like, the whole point of people dressing up like this was to feel empowered and connected to everyone else that was going on this similar experience. Like, literally, we'd walk down the street and people that were not catcalling us would be like, hey, Barbie. And we'd say, hey, Barbie. Like, that's so sweet, dude. Like, that's what it was all about. It wasn't for some strange man to be like, hey, yo, get over here. You don't hear me? Ah! So this is an outfit that I would assume would appeal more to the female gaze, or at least would not appeal to the male gaze. Like, it's simple, it's cute, it's not really revealing or like tight in any way, which I would think would make it appeal more to the male gaze. So imagine my shock and surprise when I was literally waiting at the train station with my friend and she clocked some security officers going up the stairs staring at us. I'm thinking it's just a fluke, it's nothing, whatever. So we start chatting like nothing's happening. All of a sudden, oh my god, they're right there, dude. And then they start flirting with us. Meanwhile, they could both be putting applications to be my father. And it's like, wow, this is what you do on the job? What's going on, guys? So obviously we were very uncomfortable. They were like kind of cornering us a little bit. So fun. And it was dark outside, so that's also great. I love it when the people that are supposed to make you feel protected don't do that. Don't do your job. Yes, queen. And I was wearing this outfit in the fall, and the guy that was flirting with me looks at my legs and is like, oh, you're not cold? You're not cold? Like, ah, please let me go. I'm laughing, but it's not funny. But this is what I mean. Like, obviously the male versus female gaze is super subjective, but you can be wearing anything and somebody's going to bother you, dude. And I guess I can come up with why this might appeal to the male gaze in a really sick and twisted way because of like the schoolgirl skirt, which for whatever reason people like to sexualize. Gross. Oh my god, this is irrelevant. But they were like, oh, you got boyfriends? I said, yup. They said, what's his name? Jeremy? Yeah, you thought I would slip. You thought I would hesitate. No, I got you. His name is Jeremy. Now what? Anyway, stay safe, guys. So which one is this one, guys? I'm having trouble. Which one is this one? So I feel like this is the outfit of a woman spy ridden by a man. Because of course she'd have a short skirt on. Of course. So I wore this to go out with some friends. And of course, you know, it's like a, oh my god, we gotta be a hot unit. Super hot unit. What am I gonna wear? This, obviously. I mean, like, god, look at this. Look at this vest. Kind of cunty. When I was out that night, I started talking to this guy and he was like, oh yeah, I'm sure like a lot of guys have come talk to you. And I was like, not really. And he was like, really? Wearing that? I don't even think this is a crazy outfit. Also, he could have just said, you look good and keep it pushing. Stop with the improv. Maybe I'm naive, but the vest especially, I don't think is that crazy. Now, the skirt obviously is pretty short. It's also really male gazy for me because I don't really feel comfortable like moving around freely. Like I kind of gotta watch all my steps to make sure everything is kept in the package. Like keep it all in the box. Keep it all in the box. I feel like to make this more female gazy or at least more queer coded is to fit it with some jeans or like black pants. Like hold on. See this, look at this. Like we kind of just switched the vibe all the way up. It's kind of eating. It's giving, madam. Oh, whoa. Like I could like kick someone out with this. Guys, bah, bah. Like, you never know what's coming. I also feel like this outfit appeals more to the female gaze than the male gaze because it's a lot more masculine. Like, the previous outfit was a lot more feminine. My legs were exposed, which is a feature that is often sexualized in women. And while my arms are still exposed in this outfit, I feel like arms are more sexualized in a masculine way than in a feminine way. Yeah, I don't think I would have the same conversation with that guy if I was wearing this as compared to the other outfit. So this is another outfit that I would think would appeal more to the female gaze, but had me fearing for my life in the New York streets. Ah! Like, whenever I would wear this, some man would say some strange thing to me. New York catcallers are a different breed, so that might be some of it. But I just really don't understand, like, how this appeals to the male gaze. Like, it's pretty full coverage. Sure, it's like a little short, but it's not that crazy. Also, it's not like tight, it's not form-fitting, but somehow, whenever I'd wear this, there would be like a spike of very uncomfortable experiences. In some ways, I feel like it appeals to the male gaze because it's super flattering. It's also like super girly and feminine, especially the pictures that I took at the time when I was wearing this dress. I feel like were kind of male gazy, even though that wasn't my intention necessarily. Especially because after I took these pictures, it was at a time where I was the most insecure I'd ever been. And I was finally feeling good about myself and I wanted to celebrate that. Of course, if you saw someone walking down the street in a backless dress, like randomly, you'd probably have a couple of questions in your mind at least. But also, I feel like you can never be overdressed. What I'm trying to say is it might be context based, because obviously, like, if you wear this to a dance, you're gonna blend in with everyone else. But if you just like wear it out on the street, I think people would assume that you're doing it like for attention or whatever. But again, I feel like you should always be able to dress up, because if someone was wearing something like this, I personally would assume that they were doing it for themselves. This is also the dress that I would get a lot of attention from on dating apps. God, I hate those apps so much. Female gaze, case closed. I'm kidding. But I do feel like this appeals to the female gaze. I mean, first of all, this little vest right here, so queer coded, because it's giving nails, hair, hips, heels. I think the combination especially is just giving female gaze. I can't really see how the male gaze could sneak its way in here right now. Maybe in like the 1900s where some weird man would be like, I see the ankles. I see the ankles. Oh yes, yes. Without the vest, it does more so because it is like a form-fitting dress. I remember wearing this to a queer bar and I got so many compliments that night, especially because of, look, it's just too fabulous. Guys, stop. I hypothesized that this fit would stand out a lot more in straight spaces and might appeal less to like the male gaze because it doesn't really fit in that norm. But what do I know? I'm just a girl. And again, this is all super subjective. In my opinion, this appeals more to the female gaze than the male gaze. Like, first of all, I feel like a princess. I feel like a princess. Some of the ways that I determine this is just assessing like the types of compliments I've experienced that people would give me. Like, my friends in one outfit would say, oh my God, you look so hot. In this outfit, they said stuff like, you look like a goddess, you look like a fairy, like a little woodland creatures. And it's like, oh my God. First of all, compliments from women. Always delicious, always a chef's kiss. In that way, I feel like it appeals more to the female gaze because you can appreciate the outfit and the person more for the aesthetic rather than how much the outfit makes the person attractive. And it's obviously a very flattering outfit, but again, I feel like it's more in an aesthetic way. Like, I literally bought this skirt because I wanted to be like the earthy, like long skirt, boho looking girls that I just thought were so cool. And I was like, I want to look like that. Like, stylistically, I want to adopt that. But also, just because an outfit might appeal to more of the female or male gaze, that doesn't mean that people of all genders can't still appreciate it and don't still appreciate it.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I know what you're thinking. What are you wearing, Jade? Okay, first of all, it's not that bad of an outfit. It's not a bad outfit at all. Is it giving I'm going to summer camp? Yes. Yes, it does. Would I wear it on a lazy day out? Yes. Yes, I would. Of course. Unfortunately, I have a fun story, not very fun. It's actually quite sad. This is the exact outfit I wore when I was like at some sort of event. And there was, let's say, a family friend who, for whatever reason, was like, oh, yeah, wow, those pants, yeah, those are very flattering. Turn around for me. Turn around. Let me see them. And here I am, probably 14 or 16 at the time, like, oh wow, significantly older family friend. This feels really weird, but I trust you, I guess. I don't know what's going on. This is kind of gross. And they were like, yeah, those are some very attractive pants. Very flattering. And I felt really guilty and uncomfortable about my body, especially because I grew up in a modesty household. And I was like, what did I do wrong? What about this made this person think that they had permission to objectify me, especially someone that I trusted? Nothing. Nothing. And that's kind of the point that I was trying to make with this video. It really doesn't matter what you wear. If somebody wants to be gross and objectify you, they're just gonna do it, and that sucks. But all the more reason to wear whatever the you want, dude. Anyway, again, it's all super subjective, but let me know what you think. You know, there was once a time where I dressed for nobody. Not even myself, because who is this? What is going on? Who let her out of the house? Bro, no gays, no bars, no bitches. So as you can see, we've come a long way. Okay, bye.